We thank you, Lord God, for the favor that you have shown this community and our land. Lord, we thank you for what you have done in our lives and continue to do, Lord, as you draw us closer to you, God, and we can get to know you better. Oh God, we ask that you come into our midst this evening and guide our hearts and minds. Bind us together, Lord, in Christian love, that we might know beyond the shadow of a doubt, God, that you're with us every step of the way. These blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You've all received the agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Chip, and second? Second. Charles, discussion?
Yes, Madam Mayor, before we get started, I need to know if Councilman Odell lives in Batesburg-Leesville.
We've got a motion on the table to approve the agenda, so that doesn't have any bearing on.
Well, it does, because if he doesn't live here, he can't represent his district, and we shouldn't be moving forward with this agenda with the councilman here. And if you or anybody else is aware that he does not live here, he does not represent the district by law, then I ask that the councilman be excused from voting on any on the agenda or anything else tonight. A simple question: do you live in your district?
We're in the middle of a vote, I believe.
Okay, well, this is part of the discussion is whether we're going to approve the agenda
No,
going
sir,
forward.
it's not. That doesn't have anything to do with approving the agenda.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as no, he doesn't live in the
No,
district.
sir, no one answered.
Okay.
Any other discussion? District 1?
District 1 votes yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
District 3 abstains
You have to have a reason to abstain.
because
sir.
the
There's
councilman to
conflict
my
of
right
interest.
doesn't live in the district.
That's not a conflict of interest with you, sir. So you have to vote one way or the other.
Okay.
What is your vote, please?
I'm not going to vote on that.
Then that would be a vote for the negative if you're not going to vote. District 4?
District 4 votes yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
And I vote yes. You have the minutes before you. You've received those over the weekend. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
I so move.
Second.
Rachel, who made the second? Todd? Okay. Discussion on minutes? District 1?
District 1 votes yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
District 3 votes no.
District 4?
District 4 votes yes.
Excuse me. District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next regular council meeting, June 12th. Committee reports. Central Midlands.
Nothing this month, so we can get straight to the work session shortly.
EPAC.
Hold on to your hats. No way. For the third time in 4 years, EPAC's gonna meet on the 24th of May.
Son of a gun. How about that? All right, now what about joint water?
Joint Water and Sewer had their meeting last month. Really no business items as such. There was a recognition, or recognizing Dale Harley, who passed away. He was one of our longtime members in the city of West Columbia. We're meeting 2 days from now, and like your budget's gonna be the primary concern on it.
Telling you. EDC.
EDC did meet on May the 4th. President Shealy opened the meeting with expressing his disappointment in no participation in the Poetry Festival banquet by city council members.
I was there, just for the record.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, he
Evidently not, because they forgot to introduce me too, so.
You're friendly.
evidently overlooked you, but
That's not hard to do.
we certainly thank you for representing council. Councilman Brigham from Lexington County reported that they are knee-deep in the budget process, so they're working on it. That's pretty much what's going on now in the county-wise. And the industrial park, he indicated to us, is not up for sale, contrary to what Tim Flack wrote in the state paper. Dr. Garrett just reported that they've hired a new head football coach, Gary Adams, who played on a state championship team and coached on a state championship team. So he would now be the head ball coach for the Panthers. And he also indicated that there would be no millage increase by the school district on this year, which was very good news. Mike Eads, the Economic Development Director of Lexington County, reported that they are working on the street lights and the signage at the industrial park, and so they're negotiating with Scanner for that. Mike Taylor, president of the chamber, reported that the Industrial Appreciation Week will be on next week, and All South had his ribbon cutting into their new facility, the Old Town Hall. And Hurlong's grand opening is scheduled for the 13th this week. Let's see. Taco Bell is expected to open any day now. They had a few delays, which delayed their opening, but they should be open within the next week. The Chambers Golf Tournament is coming up next Friday at the Ponderosa. And also Mike gave a report on a seminar meeting that he was in about human trafficking and how bad the problem is getting in South Carolina and even across the country. And so we need to be aware of that and perhaps look into that a little closer before some of our children or even adults get snatched out of our community. And one of the things that he said that alarmed him was that most of the leaders of the human trafficking groups are females, a great percentage of them, and there are some 150 billion boys and girls that are victims of human trafficking per year throughout the country. And he said that women were 1/3 of the perpetrators of the human trafficking elements. There is a bus trip planned to North Charleston for the leaders, and this is for council. The Midlands Technical College, in conjunction with the Boeing Corporation, will be sponsoring a tour of the Boeing plant on June the 6th. If any councilmen are interested in attending that tour, you would be bused down to North Charleston, tour the facilities, and bused back to the Midland Technical College campus here in Batesburg-Leesville. And if you would call Kay Shaw over at Midlands Tech, she will give you more details. But you must register with her by May the 22nd. And that's all we have.
Okay, thank you.
Did Councilman Brigham say how much money in the budget was earmarked for Batesburg?
He did not. They haven't finished with it yet. So we will get that information, I guess, at a later date.
Okay. Any public comment? Okay, no unfinished business. We got a proclamation for National Police Week. Whereas the Congress and the President of the United States have designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week of May 14th through May 20th is the National Police Week. And the members of the Batesburg-Leesville Police Department play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of Batesburg-Leesville, and it's important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of law enforcement, And the members of the Batesburg-Leesville Police Department recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence and disorder, and by protecting the innocent against deception and weak against oppression. And the men and women of Batesburg-Leesville Police Department unceasingly provide a vital public service. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor and Town Council of Batesburg-Leesville call upon all citizens and upon all patriotic, civic, and educational organizations to observe the week of May 14th through 20th, 2017 as National Police Week in the town of Batesburg-Leesville. I ask the citizens of Batesburg-Leesville to join in commemorating law enforcement officers past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to the communities, and in doing so have established for themselves an enviable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. I further call upon the citizens of Batesburg-Leesville to observe May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of those law enforcement officers who, through their courageous deeds, have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community or have become disabled in the performance of duty. And let us recognize and pay respect to the survivors of our fallen heroes. Do I hear a motion by council to adopt this proclamation?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Who said second? Chip. Discussion? District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
District 3 votes yes.
District 4,
District 4 votes yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Poppy Day. Whereas America is the land of freedom, preserved and protected willingly and freely by citizen soldiers, and millions who have answered the call to arms have died on the field of battle. And a nation at peace must be reminded of the price of war and the debt owed to those who have died in war. And the red poppy has been designated as a symbol of sacrifice of lives in all wars. And the American Legion Auxiliary has pledged to remind America annually of this debt through the distribution of the memorial flower. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor and Town Council of Batesburg-Leesville do hereby proclaim this May 26, 2017 as Poppy Day, and ask that all citizens pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the name of freedom by wearing the memorial poppy on this day. Do I hear a motion to adopt?
Also move.
Motion from Bob,
Second.
second from Charles. Discussion. District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
District 3 votes yes.
District 4,
District 4 votes yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8,
Yes.
and I vote yes. And a resolution for Industry Appreciation Week. Whereas the town of Batesburg-Leesville is pleased to have a thriving community of industries to support the local economy. And these industrial companies provide essential employment opportunities for the citizens of Batesburg-Leesville and the surrounding community. And these industrial companies provide local revenue from which the entire citizenry benefit. And the industrial business makes considerable contributions to our families and community, often involving the overall quality of life. And we recognize and appreciate these industrial businesses. And we wish to show appreciation for our existing industry, and at the same time welcome any and all potential new industry to our community. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Council of Batesburg-Leesville does hereby declare the week of May 14th through 20th, 2017 as Industry Appreciation Week in the town of Batesburg-Leesville. I hear a motion to adopt.
Motion.
Motion from Charles. Is there a second? Second from Todd. Discussion? District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
District 3 votes yes.
District 4,
District 4 votes yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 6,
Yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8,
Sure.
and yes. And finally, the Peachtree 23 yard sale. Whereas the Peachtree 23 yard sale event is held on Friday, June 2nd and Saturday, June 3rd. And the Town Council of Batesburg-Leesville will, for these days only, waive the $5 permit fee for any yard sale held on Highway 23. Therefore, be it further resolved that this is in effect for Friday, June 2nd and Saturday, June 3rd, 2017. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Chip, is there a second?
I second.
Bob, discussion? District 1?
And District 1 votes yes.
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
District 3 votes yes.
District 4?
District 4 votes yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
And yes. Managers report.
Just real quick reminder, immediately following the council meeting tonight, the regular session, we will go into budget work session to discuss that.
No executive session, so there's no action to follow up. Potential agenda items
Madam Mayor,
for, well,
Move that we go into executive session to discuss a legal issue.
that would be, well, I guess it's, we got it on the agenda, we'll have to have a little more than, what is a legal issue? Got to have a little more information in the record than that.
It was brought up in the discussion that a councilman is serving illegally. I think council need to discuss it.
Got a motion for an executive session, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any discussion?
Yes, I thought we dealt with this in executive session several months back, and there was a resolution in there made about that issue.
It has
Am
been,
I correct?
it has been brought before council.
Are you saying, or was that a question?
That's a question. Was that not correct, that it was dealt with in
Yes,
an
it was.
executive session already?
Yes, it was. Further discussion?
I was not present for that meeting. Is there anything to be gained by discussing the issue a second time?
I believe so.
District 1?
District 1 votes no.
District 2?
No.
District 3?
District 3 votes yes.
District 4?
District 4 votes yes.
District 5?
No.
District 6?
No.
District 7?
No.
District 8?
No.
And I vote no. And then done. Potential agenda items for the June 12th meeting. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion from Jim. Second from Bob.